This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 15. It reads, "It is joy to the just to do judgment, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity." Slakia, verse 16. The man that wandered out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Makakodash Brakatham. Double honor shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone who continue to teach and to rule well. Shalom to the Akims, a great millstone, and like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. And also shalom to the sincere Aquats who are continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. This is Azariah Gabar representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right, so this will be a fairly quick lesson, but definitely to the point. So the title for today's lesson is Congregation of the Dead. All right. And this is directly towards you, 2/3 of Yasharallah. Directly towards you guys. Period. Because that's what you guys are in. You're into that spirit of congregation of the dead. This is a spiritual thing. All right. So, Salakia, I did an AI overview of the meaning of congregation of the dead. And it reads, a congregation of the dead is a spiritual or metaphorical term, primarily from the Bible, Proverbs 21:16, like I just recited, describing those who stray from Yahweh's understanding, becoming spiritually lifeless, okay? Like the damned in hell, or a church that has lost its true faith, representing a gathering of souls alienated from divine life, contrasting with the faithful community or the church of the living. And now, yes, because Yasharallah is an actual church as far as being a people, all right? It's not supposed to be this big, mammoth church, or even a small church that's built by man's hands. Because remember, in biblical scripture, it says, Lord does not dwell in temples built by man's hands, roughly paraphrasing, okay? So Jerusalem is a church, because remember, Jerusalem was a people before a place. And to finish this definition, it says, it can also refer literally to groups meeting for rituals related to the deceased, such as mourning gatherings in some faiths, funerals, though the biblical sense is more about spiritual condition. All right? And I will back up what I'm saying, because we're going to go to the book of Ephesians 2:1, and it reads, and you had he quickened, who were dead in trespass and sins. Verse 2, wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Okay? So when you go to the New Living Translation for Salakia, that precept, Ephesians 2:1-2, it reads, once you were dead because of your disobedience and your many sins. All right. Verse 2, you used to live in sin, just like the rest of the world, obeying the devil, the commander of the powers of the unseen world. He is the spirit at work in the hearts of those that refuse to obey Yahweh. All right? So that's even more proof of being in the congregation of the dead. All right? And in the book of Romans somewhere, it mentions about it's high time that we wake up out of sleep. All right? Because you see what's going on now. You know, what's today? January the 9th. Okay? And it's barely been a week in this new year. And already stuff is popping off like champagne bottles. Okay? So for you 2/3, if you don't wake up out of your sleep, out of the congregation of the dead, well, guess what? Well, that's on you. Period. All right? So when we go to the book of Isaiah 26:19, and it reads, Thy dead, there go that word again, thy dead men shall live, together with my dead body shall they arise, awake and sing. Ye that dwelleth in dust, for thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. All right? Woo! So again, in the New Living Translation for Isaiah 26:19, it reads, But those who die in the Lord will live. Their bodies will rise again. Yep, and that's referring to the first fruits. Once Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai make his triumphant return, the deceased elect men will be the first fruits to raise up, all right, and enter into those chariots. Like I mentioned yesterday, you know, from slave ships to spaceships, all right? And to continue, their bodies shall rise again. Those who sleep in the earth will rise up and sing for joy. And I just said that, okay? For your life-giving light will fall like dew on your people in the place of the dead. Woo! Wow. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Because remember, Babylon, America, is referred to the valley of dry bones, okay? This place is dead. Babylon the Great is dead. To me, it's already dead. Y'all heard? It's dead. Period. Okay? So when we go to Matthew 8:18, and it reads, Now when Yahushua saw great multitudes about him, he gave commandment to depart unto the other side. Verse 19, And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. Verse 20, And Yahushua said unto him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man had not where to lay his head. Verse 21, And another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. Verse 22, and here's the point. But Yahushua said unto him, Follow me and let the dead bury their dead. Period. Let the dead bury their dead. So again, going back to that AI overview of Congregation of the Dead, remember, it says it can also refer literally to groups meeting for rituals related to the deceased, such as mourning, gathering in some faiths, though the biblical sense is more about spiritual condition. All right? So in other words, when you put your hand on the plow for Yahushua HaMashiach's righteousness' sake, You got to let the dead bury the dead. That includes your own family. So I just wanted to, show you this image of the AI overview of a congregation of the dead. Okay? See that? All right. So like I said, this will be a quick video this morning. And by the grace of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makakwadash, Brakatham, I'm just truly grateful that I was able to raise up today from my sleep, my temporary sleep. And I was able to conduct this very beautiful video lesson for this morning. You heard? So with that being said, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Makakwadash, Brakatham, Kwam, Yasharah, Rise Israel. And as always, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom, shalom, shalom.